Hello everyone, this is part 10 of chapter number 1 Psychology class plus 2 and it is the last part of this chapter. The topics that will be covered in this part are emotional intelligence, aptitude, creativity, and we will study about the relationship between creativity and intelligence. The notion of emotional intelligence broadens the concept of intelligence beyond the intellectual sphere and considers that intelligence includes emotions. As we have studied earlier also, that intelligence is not only about having cognitive abilities, it also includes non-cognitive abilities. Means an intelligent person is one who can understand the feelings, the emotions of others. That is emotional intelligence. Okay, and emotional intelligence is a set of skills that underlie accurate appraisal, expression, and regulation of emotions. Means an emotionally intelligent person will be able to understand his emotions as well as others' emotions also. It is basically the feeling side of intelligence, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others. Okay, and a good IQ and scholastic record is not enough to be successful in life, and it is quite true. You may find many people who are academically talented but are unsuccessful in their own life. They experience so many problems in family, workplace, and in interpersonal relationships. Now, what is the reason? What do they lack? According to some psychologists, they believe that the source of their difficulty may be a lack of emotional intelligence. So, emotional intelligence is also a part of intelligence that is required to be successful in life. And the concept of emotional intelligence was first introduced by Salve and Mayer, who considered intelligence as the ability to monitor one's own and others' emotions, to discriminate among them, and to use the information to guide one's thinking and actions. Means an emotionally intelligent person will be able to monitor his own emotions as well as the emotions of other people. He will be able to discriminate among them. He will be able to understand that which emotion should be expressed at what time, which emotion is right and which emotion is wrong. Okay, and to use the information to guide one's thinking and actions. And he should be able to use that information to guide his own thinking and actions. Alright, that is emotional intelligence according to Salovey and Mayer. An emotional quotient, that is EQ, is used to express emotional intelligence in the same way as IQ is used to express intelligence. So basically, emotional intelligence is receiving increasing attention of educators for dealing with students who are affected by stress and challenges of the outside world. Many programs are started to basically improve the emotional intelligence of the students. And such programs, they encourage cooperative behavior and reduce their antisocial activities. And these programs are very useful in preparing students to face the challenges of life outside the classroom. Now we will start the next topic, that is special abilities, and the first special ability that is there in your syllabus is aptitude. As we have done this earlier also in domains of intelligence, that aptitude is a combination of characteristics that indicates an individual's capacity to acquire some specific knowledge or skill after training. That is his aptitude. And aptitude is quite different from interest. You might be having interest for particular activity, but you might not be having aptitude for doing that activity. For example, one might be interested in doing computer engineering, but he might not be having aptitude for doing that, and it can be vice versa. So interest is basically your preference for a particular activity, what you like to do. And aptitude is basically your ability, your potentiality to perform that activity. That is the difference between aptitude and interest. And many aptitude tests are developed to assess the aptitude level of individuals. And these aptitude tests are divided into two categories, that is independent aptitude tests, that is also known as specialized aptitude tests, and the second one is multiple aptitude tests, which are also known as generalized aptitude tests. Now, independent aptitude tests, as the name suggests, they assess the aptitude level of a person in a single area only. And examples here are clerical aptitude, mechanical aptitude, typing aptitude. These aptitude tests, they measure the aptitude level of a person in these areas only. So that's why they are called independent aptitude tests. And now multiple aptitude tests, they assess the aptitude level of a person in number of areas. That's why they are called multiple aptitude tests. And examples are differential aptitude tests, that is DAT, journal aptitude tests battery, that is GATB, armed services vocational aptitude battery, that is ASVAB, and the most commonly used battery in educational setting is DAT. It has basically 8 independent subtests, and these are verbal reasoning, numerical reasoning, abstract reasoning, clerical speed and accuracy, mechanical reasoning, space relations, spellings, and language usage. So these are the 8 areas in which aptitude level of a person is assessed. And J.M. Ojha has developed an Indian adaptation of DAT, that is differential aptitude tests. And several other aptitude tests have been developed in India for measuring scientific, scholastic, literary, clerical, and teaching aptitudes. Now, the next special ability about which we will talk about is creativity. And creativity is basically something novel and original. Your new and original ideas, that is creativity. And manifestation of creativity can be observed in a novel solution to a problem, an invention, composition of a poem, painting, an innovation in law, new chemical process, and so on. Means creativity can be there in every field. One can be creative in any field, and anyone can be creative. Every person can be creative. Okay, it is not just limited to a selected few. Means not only few people can be creative, any ordinary person can be creative, provided that creativity should be novel and original. And individuals vary in terms of level and the areas in which they show their creativity. For example, if I give you some waste and if I ask you to make best out of waste, so there will be variation in that creativity also. Okay, you will make different things from that waste. That is variation. That is variation in your creativity. And there will be variation in areas also. Some may be creative in making best out of waste. Some may be creative in composing poems. Some may be creative in painting. So variation is there in level as well as in areas. Okay, and creativity is determined by both heredity and environment, just like intelligence. Basically, limits of creative potential are set by heredity, and environmental factors stimulate the development of creativity. Okay, so this is the concept of creativity. So now the next topic is creativity and intelligence, and it has always remained a matter of debate that what is the relationship of creativity with intelligence, whether there's a positive relationship or negative relationship. Now we know the meaning of both the terms. We know that intelligence is the ability to learn faster and reproduce accurately, and creativity is basically something novel and original. So it is not necessary that intelligent person will always be creative, because for being creative one should be having original and novel ideas. Okay, and Terman in 1920s found that persons with high IQ were not necessarily creative. It is not necessary that all the intelligent people will be creative, because for being creative one should have original and new ideas. Okay, he should have his own original ideas. Then that person will be called a creative person. And at the same time, creative ideas could come from persons who did not have a very high IQ. Means people with lower IQ or average IQ scores can also be creative. Okay. And researchers have also found that both high and low level of creativity can be found in highly intelligent children and also in children with average intelligence. So intelligence does not ensure creativity. It means it is not necessary that an intelligent person will always be creative. Okay, he can be creative, he cannot be creative. People with low IQ level can also be creative. Okay, so intelligence does not ensure creativity. So there's a positive relationship between creativity and intelligence. Means a certain level of intelligence is required for being creative. Means a creative person will be intelligent to a certain level, but beyond that, intelligence does not correlate with creativity. Okay, so that is all about the relationship between creativity and intelligence. Many creativity tests came into existence to assess variations in terms of the potential for creativity in contrast to intelligence. And a general feature of most of the creativity tests is that they are open-ended, means they allow the person to think of different answers to the questions or problems in terms of his or her experiences. And these tests, they help the individual to go in different directions. There are no specified answers to the questions or problems in creativity tests. Therefore, there is freedom to use one's imagination and express it in original ways. So this is all about creativity. So creativity is all about originality and novelty. Okay, and creativity tests, they involve divergent thinking. So we all know divergent thinking. It is basically the ability to solve a particular problem in number of ways. That is divergent thinking. And this is contrary to tests of intelligence, which mostly involve convergent thinking. In intelligence tests, basically the person has to think of the right solution to the problem, and he has to focus on abilities such as memory, logical reasoning, accuracy, and clear thinking. There is little scope for the expression of originality and imagination. So this is all about creativity tests. And this is all for today, and I hope these topics are clear to you. And we are over with chapter number 1 here, and in the next video we will start chapter number 2, that is self and personality. Till then, take care. Thank you.